All right. Hello, everybody. So, welcome back to No Man's Sky. Are you ready for the grind? Because it is a grind. Now, what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of uh, looking real quick for things. So, we're going to go off to this one, the Viking one. I never went over there and looked to see what ship spawn. I want to give a little bit of run through of the ship spawning in the space station, because we may want to go scavenge for ships in this system. We'll have to see. So let me see here. Double check my inventory real quick. You know what? Let's go ahead and just pop these open to see what we get. Okay, so we got some Sentinel weapon shards. Oh, right. That's not gonna work. That's, the other stuff. Go. That's a nice fighter. Let's explore. Haven't seen a hauler yet. But this is a nice fighter. I like this one. That is the WP-1 Zanzuku. Zanzuku. That's not a hauler. That was an explorer. Not what I'm looking for. Let's see what else comes off in here to spawn. That's another shuttle. That is the 4 rocket system, and it is a nice blue. I do like that. I don't think I've checked this guy for hyperdrive modules. I don't think I have anyway. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Explorers, shuttles, explorer. There's a hauler. Not what I want though. Not what I'm looking for there. So we got 229, 241, and 249. Not bad. A nice pink here. Could go with our nice pink skin, but I'm not a fan of like explorers and shuttles. Unless they're like really distinct looking. I'm not a fan of them. Now, what is this thing? I never... Oh, okay. This is where you assemble that thing. Okay. And I'm guessing we can't, like, color our own ship. Yeah. We can't, like, color our own ship, unfortunately, it looks like. Wait a little bit longer to see what we get here. Oh, right. I can sip these. I'm not going to be using the, I mean, later on, maybe we'll use the bolt caster, but we can get, like, a lot of those later if we want to. We'll go over here and sell these things. Need some nanites there. Back up to 6K, which is nice. Let's see what else we got. We can see if this guy's got anything related to the scatter blaster. Nope, nope, scatter blaster. This is a bolt caster, plasma launcher, geology, and pulse splitter. Shuttle, explorer. There's that pink explorer again. So apparently that's a pretty common color for it. It's a C class this time instead of B. Oh, right. What's this thing? An A class. Ah. I don't have the ability to make the optical drill, though, so this wouldn't help me. I mean, let me check something real quick. Can I, like, pull this off? Yes, I can. So I could actually pull that off and put it on the deal then. Okay, so that's not an issue in the end. I think that was like a fighter, but I'm not interested in a fighter anyway. How much is it? It is 157,000 only. It does have a lot less slots to start with. So I'm probably going to pass on that then. And here's a different one. This is a C class. Unfortunate. Ah, here's an interesting fighter. Fighter C. Spores and shuttles. Here's a fighter. Fighter C again. I like this one. But get it in A class. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind having this thing. This is nice looking. It's all nice and symmetrical and stuff. But I've only seen that one hauler show up so far. Ain't seen no other haulers. Let me check, see real quick. Whoops. It is technology advanced. Tranquil. Huh. I could afford to buy that, but that's a C class, and that's exactly what we have. I would like to at least upgrade, but just gonna have to hold off, I guess. Let me go see what the Viking won't up here. Oh, sure. I'll take some ammo. You want the exact same things as the other guys. Huh, weird. I wonder if that's always the same thing on the deals. Let's do some looting. Nope. I haven't gotten this yet. So get me another slot. Let's fill out that unit slot. Just some variance things. I'm gonna give it a little bit to give it a little bit more ships in here, but as soon as those gone through, we're probably going to... Oh, that's that other ship. It's a B class this time. B class fighter there. That's a hauler. No, that's a shuttle. Huh. Oh. Interesting. Hey! An S class. It ain't got the needle nose on it. It's just a small one. It's a Zodic S class. 23 million. Yeah, I know I wouldn't be able to afford it. I like this. If I can find him before he takes off. So how much is this ship worth? Oh, whoops, wrong one. Starship's light form. Negotiate price. It is 6.8 million. I could afford that. And it is a very pretty one. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. So not much haulers off in this area. I've only seen that one hauler at all. Alright, so we're going to go to the second system space station then. Because I feel that's going to have us... so we want to go to this one, the Korvax one. Yeah, there's a bunch of fighters there. Of course, it's a Viking, so you would think there would be, but still, you would think there would be a little bit more haulers. I guess if I want haulers, I need to be in the original GEC system, because if I remember correctly, the different types of class of ships are indicative of what you find out in the world, tied to the race of the deal. So haulers are actually into GEC. Really, that's where you get more of those. You get more explorers and shuttles with the robot dudes. Say everything's either a shuttle or an explorer here that just landed. Here's a explorer. It's really big for a freaking explorer, you know. Especially for a C-class, man. Yeah, we may have to just go back to the GEC place. Explore like I thought. Yeah, this is ship hunting. Especially if you're wanting to figure out what's in the system. What's in the space station is indicative of what you can find out on planets in that system when you're go searching for busted up ships. Well, that's a thing. Something without wings. Is that a hauler? That's a C-class hauler without wings. That's an interesting choice. Would you like a box? Would you just like a box? There we go. That's what I was looking for. This right here. So this thing is 40 million credits. But that's what I want right here. This type right here. I'm not a fan of the nose, but it's fine. I can deal with it. So let's see. Yeah, 40 million. It has this many regular slots here of technology. And then this is its whole thing right here. Interestingly enough, they only have one supercharged slot open. That's interesting. But it has all of this inventory open. And early on, that's why I want a hauler. And here's the ship over here, the fighter that I liked in this system. But interestingly enough, that's why I want a hauler early on, is because of the space. That way I could haul more stuff around. Later on, I usually just ignore the haulers and start getting like fighters or anything like really interesting, like exotics and stuff. But early on, I definitely use the haulers because they always come with more inventory slots than others, because that's their special thing about the haulers. They always have more. I'm going to do a little bit... Oh, I'm on somebody's ship that ain't mine. I'm going to do a little bit more waiting around to see if anything comes in. I'm going to pause it, and I will be back if I find anything interesting. I went up here and checked the multi-tool guy, and he's got some scatter blasters. So I'm going to buy me 3 of those. Need to find another supercharge slot in this thing. So 2, 28, and 11. No fire rate on this one. Okay. Oh, there's that wingless hauler again. It's an A class, 33 million. It's an A class this time. $33 million. Let's take a look at him. Technology slots is not as good, but it does have 2 deals next to each other. So we could kind of build out this way with the hyperdrive and build out this way with the Emperor knife. Can't afford it right now, but it is something we can look out for and get. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, like about 2 more runs of ships hauling in, and we'll see what comes in. I might do 3, because I think it was like that 3rd one that gave an exotic in the last place. So, I'll be back in just a minute. Alright. Nothing really good, unfortunately. I did see an interesting different version of the wingless hauler. It had little fins on the back instead of being completely wingless, and the engine was a little bit different. So let's see, did I explore? Yeah, this is like the 3. We'll go to Erprin. Or I think Erprin is this one over here. Yeah. I don't want to aim right at the ocean.
Technology recharge.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, right. That's for that quest. I ain't worried about that.
Units received.
I'm gonna have to go and do that real quick. Because until I get the target thing done, it's gonna keep on automatically putting me in target mode, which is the biggest issue with this thing.
Units received.
Wondering if there's like a buried technology here around this stuff, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, let me go do this real quick. I just need to go get the target lock done, and we'll be fine. Is that it over here? I don't think so. This seems kind of far. No, this ain't it. Okay. This is what we want right here. So as soon as I get here and get out and the thing marks itself, I should be able to just get back in and not worry about it. That's a sentinel thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I want to go over here to this thing because I think this is what... No, this... It's a waypoint, but that's not what I want. I could have swore there was one with the galactic trade terminal next to it. I should have just landed and put down a thing. This it over here. Nope. This is the another thing. Yeah, this is what I want right here. Let me land right here. Yep, a galactic trade terminal. So, one of the things I like doing is I like building next to these things a base so I don't have to put down my own. I don't really need that, but it is nice if you can get one of these early. I'm not going to worry about it, but it is nice to find one of these out in the world. I would recommend building a base here if you wanted to. It's nice to have access to that until you can build your own. I don't really need it, but it is nice. So I'm going to go back over here to this way. It's nice that that's there, but I'm now looking for that waypoint thing. I think this is it over here. Yeah, let's see what the waypoint gives me. It probably just give me a minor settlement. Oh, there's a knowledge stone right in front of us. Let's go grab that. Got the Corvex word for is. 15 words. Let's pop open these things. Some navigation data. Some condensed carbon. Alright, let's see what this gives us. Probably a minor settlement. It's what they usually give. Minor settlement, yeah. So where's my ship? Let's go get my ship and then we'll fly over there to it. And we can use the minor settlement as a place to base out of for going and finding ships. A little bit far away there. All right. Go out of planet. Pulse drive closer. That didn't really work. Gonna have to go out there further. Here we go. Place down the save beacon that we have. We can mark the place and come back to it. More navigation data. What do we got here? Trace of Affinity. Ah! Hello! Hi there. You were really freaking nice. I'm gonna get rid of that. It's got a holographic scope as well on it already. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I hope I can afford it. 4.6 million. Oh my god. That's half my money. That's half my money. But it's worth it. Damn, that's a nice one. Alright, so I need to switch real quick. This is so nice that you can do this now. Alright. So let's see. I need to box these up so I can put them on my deal. And box that up. Alright, let me go ahead and switch and get those on, and then I'll come back and get the others. Monte tool, we want the Trace of Infinity. Alright, so we don't need the Plasma Mortar. Move this over to next to that. Analyst Visor can go over there. That can go there. I don't need the Bolt Caster, and then this can go there. Okay, and then that here. Greaser package next to it. There. There. And there. Over here. Alright, and then I need to switch the deals again to get the other stuff. So go to this one and up. Package that up. Package that up. And then package that up. And I think, yeah, that's it. Okay. Can I can package up this. Okay. So switch multi-tool to Traces of Infinity. My terrain manipulator. We lost all of our stuff in it, but that's okay. Advanced mining laser. Optical drill package. And our E-class mod. Okay, so we got an upgrade to our weapon, so that's nice. Hey, quit pushing me. Let me charge this up.
Technology recharge.
Alright, dude. Let's see what you got. Give metal? Nope. They gave me a deal anyway. That's nice of them. Nothing there. Just a chair to sit in. Let's see what you got. 2 of 3 in the quarterbacks. Okay. I think we need to get the 3 of 3 to get the blueprints. No, we can get these 2. Okay, cool. Okay, so that'll allow me to get more things if I wanted to, but I need phosphorus. I do have this one, so I could go ahead and do that one.
Installed.
So that one's fine. And I could put it here, this one. I can buy the phosphorus.
Installed.
Need phosphorus 150. Should have enough money for that. See where it is in here. Go.
Product received.
And there we go. Now we have these. So I have
Technology recharge.
I have an energy field radiation deal for cold damage, and then I have this one that just gives me straight up more energy cold resistance. Then I have this one that gives me heat resistance. If I move this one over here, this gives me my radiation resistance. So the only thing I'm missing is toxic resistance. 1. Alright, let me go over here and raid this thing. Oh, must be here? Huh. This place doesn't have an outbuilding. I thought it had outbuildings on it. Antimatter housing. And some warp cells. Nice. I thought there was some outbuildings on this thing, but apparently not.
Units received.
Alright. Okay. Well, so what time is it? The time is now to put down our signal booster, pop it down. Eat. So what we're going to do is push 3 for crashed ships. Duress signal detected. Pick it up. Put that back down here.
Units received.
Attack venom. Loading crystals. I need to go look at that. Where's our crashed ship at? Oh, over there. Okay. First, I want to go check out this thing to see if this is what I think it is. If so, this will give me some money back from buying that Multi-tool. Yep, it's one of those things. Oh, damn it. I wasn't in mining beam mode. Well, that just disappeared. That was a waste. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that shit. Unfortunate. I could have got some money out of that. Is this another one? Yeah, okay, here's another one. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. Ow. Is that a... Nope, that's not a new deal.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Wait, where's my glowing crystal at? Marker. Those are Gravitino balls. That's not what I was looking for. That's more Gravitino balls. Wow, nice. That's... Oh. Okay, it's one of these places for this. That's interesting to know, but that's not what I was looking for.
Units received.
That's what I was looking for. Is that a dragon?
Units received.
Maybe a wyvern. A small wyvern. Okay, make sure we are on mining beam. There we go. Alluring specimen. That's red for interesting. Interesting that that's red. Yeah, there's all the artifacts, the Gravitino stuff. I'm not going to worry about doing that. While it is a nice amount of money, I don't need it. So we got some dirty bronze, some rumium, some Xos, and some Herox. Yeah, the last save I did, where's my starship at? There it is. The last save I did, the planet, I think it was the planet I started on. It could have been the planet next to it, but it had like 6 of those things next to each other in a lot of places. Haven't analyzed him. Haven't analyzed that.
Units received. Units received.
A lot of the things are broken. The picture things seem to be broken.
Units received.
I'm not sure why. I don't think it's mods because I don't have, like I said, I don't have any planetary mods on.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Homing sack down there and one over there.
Units received. Units
There's a little
received.
dude in there. 5 flora discovered. I think that's everything. 12 minerals, so we just don't have all the fauna. Yeah. We have 8 of 17. That's a lot of fauna on this place. Well, if we ever want to do the Gravitino ball things, we have the save beacon over here. But I'm not interested in doing that right now. I'm interested in going and seeing what this ship is. All the way on the other side of the planet. Now, I did multiple tests with this. This crashed ship has never had a passenger next to it. If you're going and using the planet charts, there's a chance that there is a NPC wandering around, and you can't get the ship like that. You need one with no NPC next to it to be able to do this. So what you do, just to make sure, go over to photo mode, and you can take a look around to make sure there's no NPC wandering around down here or anything. I don't see one. Like I said, I've never found one when I was doing this look around. When I was doing the signal booster stuff. Oh, there's an animal that I don't have. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and grab that. Oh, there it goes. Nope. Come on. There it goes. Got it. Okay. There's another one. Alright, so let's check out this thing. This will give us some technology or something. We can access the ship database. We can salute for functional technology, which is databanks. Gave us the hazmat gauntlets for free. Nice. So we can build these. I think I'm going to go ahead and build them. I'll need those later anyway, so. There's some damaged circuitry. Put that in a starship. There's always some damaged circuitry. There is always a chest. There's always some of this stuff around. We got some Gek relics, which we could have used last episode. So let's see. Let me go over here. Make 5 more of those to save some inventory spots. The Gek relics. Like I said, we could have used that last episode. Everything else is fine. I'm gonna need this to come with me. There's also always a buried technology around here somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Is it like right under me or something? Yeah, it was like right under me. Okay, so we got the Magha's Final Dream ship, which is an A class. So this should give us like, I don't know, 3 million. Okay, we'll compare it. It's worth 9, so we'll probably get around 3.5k off of it. We'll claim it and add it to our collection. All right, so we need to repair things. So we do have the hermetic seal for it. You always need 1 hermetic seal, 1 metal plating to fix this. And then sometimes you need to fix the launch thrusters. Not always, as you can see, but sometimes you do need to fix launch thrusters. So with that, you'll always need some pure ferrite with you to fix that. So this is now fixed up enough. You don't have to repair the shield to fly it at all. So what would you do is you just take it, head over to the space station. Line it up and pulse drive. And the engines and the thrusters are always at 100% once you fix them up. So you don't have to worry about spending resources on refilling them or anything like that. You don't have to worry about your old ship as long as you don't trade it. Always just add it to your collection. And you won't lose it. You won't lose your other ship. So we just go back over here. And go in. Now, to really do this quickly, you want to set up a base with the teleporter and things like that. So you can just teleport back. You don't fly back. You just use your other ship to get towards the ships you're taking apart. And also, you probably, unless you find like an S-class or something, or a ship that you just really, really want, don't ever use it. Because it's so broken that it's not worth it. There's so many broken things, and you would have to spend so much stuff on it. I've done it once. It's not that bad, but it does go into a problem. 69 million units for a B-class version of that. Okay. But what we do is we go back here, and we've done this once before with the Artemis ship. You just do the exact same thing, begin salvaging. Oh, right. Before we do that, I need to clear. You need to make sure you have some inventory space. So I need to sell those things, like the dirty bronze, the crystals, the Herox, and the Rhenium. That's it. That should be enough room for me to get all the parts, hopefully. Now, even though this is less money than I thought it was worth, I was hoping for 3, you still want to do this because the higher the tier of the ship you scrap, the more chance you get of starship expansion slots, inventory slots and stuff that you can add. So that is now scrapped. We get the nano cables. That's not all we get. I don't know why it only showed the nano cables, but that's not all we get. We go to sell. So we scroll down. Here we go. We got some subatomic regulators and some spoil of nano cables. Unfortunately, we did not... we got an A-class starship module that we can sell... or we could just use it ourselves. We do have a deal, so we could just do this. It is an A class, so it's not that bad. It's 25%, so. And your other ship comes in. But that's how you, if you have the mod for signal, hold on just a second. what's it called? It's the firmware update for the Signal Booster is the name of the mod. It does more than just that. If we look at, oh, we can't deploy here, of course. I'm going to end it here in just a few minutes. I'm going to be doing this off stream, off video. I don't want y'all to just sit here and watch me do this. If I find anything, of course, interesting, I will let y'all know. Like if I find that hauler I've been wanting to buy in at least a B class, we might actually keep that and repair it. Maybe. We might keep that and repair it. So let me show you. I need to go over here to this and put down the signal booster. So this thing does everything. We can locate a nearby structure. We can find a portal. Portals are what let you like transport really long ways across the galaxies. If you see a portal glyph, you can go and do it. But you have to have of course, you have to have the portal glyphs to be able to do the portal. When we have the crashed ship, which is what I've been using. Then we got more. We can find a minor settlement. We can find a manufacturing facility. We can find a drop pod, which is the exosuit expansion thing, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the planetary archives, if you want to find one of those. A couple of episodes ago, we saw one of those. It's that other trade depot type, trade area type thing. That's basically what that is. We can find a crash freighter. The reason why you would want to go and do crash freighters is in the cargo pods, sometimes you get freighter modules that allow you to expand your freighter inventory. The observatory is what you use to get like the relics and stuff. And then we got the trading post, like what we have next to our base. A sentinel pillar, so you can go and find a sentinel multi-tool if you want. And and turn off the sentinels on a planet. And then we have an unknown grave, which allows us to go and get glyphs so we can use them on the portals. Then we have a habitable base. For those who don't know, that is a very much a what you do is when you go out into the world, you'll find a base computer just set up in a certain spot. And that's the way bases used to work. You used to not be able to place a base computer anywhere. You would just go out there and find one, and you could build in that area. You couldn't build the base computer itself. They're still out there in the world. It gives you a very much a flat area to build at, basically. The boundary failure, abandoned building, which will be where the things like the horrors are. Get whispering eggs. Then we got these you don't want to do until you find the harmonic camps. You don't want to use this until you're in a dissonance planet, because that's the only place you can find them anyway. I think this would turn an error if you tried it. Sentinel salvage site, I think it's the same thing. I think that's where you go and find a sentinel ship. And then the planetary settlement, if you want to find a settlement to govern. And then a dissonant planetary settlement, if you want to find a phage. Autophage, I think is what they're called, settlement to manage instead. And that's all that stuff. It's a lot, but I just can't go without that mod. I like the mod too much. Now I do have the free version of the mod installed. There is one that for every one of those things they cost one navigation data. They would cost one of these, a navigation data. Every one of them would cost you one of those if you wish to have a little bit of a cost associated with it. Up to you. I just use the free version because I don't really care. But so that is what I'm going to be doing in between episodes, is I'm going to be scanning for ships, taking them back to the place and scrapping them and doing all that stuff. Hopefully I get some expansion slots for starships doing that, because I would like to have a pretty big inventory on my starship. If I'm really, really lucky, I can find that hauler that we found in that system, the one with the turbine wings. And if I can find one of those, I might just decide to keep it if it's at least a B class. And we would try and get a repair on that. Now, I will say this much though. Repairs are a lot easier than they used to be. Used to, you would have to have that component to repair it. If you have repair kits now, you can just repair anything with a repair kit. So if you get enough money and things and get them all together, you can just repair things with a repair kit. It's this thing that I can have a mod that allows me to craft it. It needs 1 microprocessor, 100 pungnium, and 500 condensed carbon to craft it. But that allows you to repair anything. Damaged equipment to be quickly and efficiently restored to working order. While repairing a piece of technology, repair kit can be applied to any damaged subcomponent in place of user requirements. So yeah, it's very, very good. It just you usually can't craft them. I have a mod that allows me to craft them, but I also have a mod that allows me to purchase them from the Galactic Trade Market and things like that. So it's going to be a lot harder to do it in normal. You can get them as rewards from doing the quest in the anomaly. You should be able to get those as rewards. So it just takes a little bit of grinding to get normally. But I'm going to do some grinding myself here of ships, and I will see y'all next episode. So I want to see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.